Hey everybody, it's Premier Gal here. As you've probably guessed by the fact that I'm holding this LaCie drive, I'm going to be doing a review and a demo of the new drive that I have that I work with on a daily basis. It's called the LaCie Rugged RAID 4TB drive, and it's completely portable and you don't need to plug it into a wall, which is why I love it, because I generally work off of a laptop. So the first thing that I want to mention, and you can see because I have the dog here, is that it's designed for people that are either on the go, need to travel, need to quickly connect it to a computer, and also for people where, accidents may happen. Like, I have a dog here and he has actually knocked this off the table once, fallen on the ground. But actually the LaCie Rugged is designed to withstand up to a 6-foot drop, which is about 2 meters. And it is also designed to be run over by a car, although I wouldn't test it, but it says it can resist up to 1 ton of pressure. So that's pretty cool. If you drop it out in the street and somebody runs over it, you could probably still use it. Another thing is that it is slightly water resistant, so if it's like splashed on, it should be okay. However, if the port is exposed, which I'll show you in a second, the water could get in the port and that could still mean that it's damaged. So it's not completely water resistant, it's just resistant to like splashing because of the rubber coating, right? So the first thing I want to show you, which is my favorite thing, is the plug here that they have. And it's designed by Neil Putin. And you take it off and it reveals a USB 3.0 port and a Thunderbolt cord that's actually connected. You actually pull it out from the sides of the drive. And so it's connected, so you're never gonna lose it, which is awesome. So if you have a Thunderbolt connection on your computer, if you have one of the latest MacBook Pros, you should have it. This will turn on and mount the drive to your computer. So you don't need anything else but this when you travel. So if you're a minimalist and you don't like to carry a lot of things, this is the way to go. It also comes with an extra plug, so in case, somebody, and you know who I'm thinking of, eats it, Premier Pup, you can have an extra one. So you can plug it in by Thunderbolt, and it transfers up to 240 megabytes per second, which is pretty fast. If you don't have a Thunderbolt, it also comes with USB 3.0 cord, and you can use this in combination with the wall adapter, the AC adapter, sorry. So you can plug this into the wall, plug this into the LaCie drive. It also comes with adapters, so it has US, Australia, the UK, and Europe, which is pretty cool. So if you're abroad and you don't happen to have a computer with a Thunderbolt, you can always bring these with you. I haven't used these yet, primarily because I always have the Thunderbolt capability, but it's there just in case, right? So another thing I wanted to tell you about, let me put this up here, is that when you first plug in your LaCie and you're pretty new to drives, it automatically pops up a LaCie desktop manager. And what this does is it tells you, all the info about your drive, such as like how much capacity you have left, how you can format it if you want to partition it into 2 separate sections. So you can partition it to be half for Windows or half for Mac computer, which is pretty cool. And so the LaCie is compatible, LaCie is how I should say it. I've been saying it wrong the whole time, but a lot of people get it wrong, but it's actually pronounced LaCie. So the LaCie drive, when you have it plugged into the computer here, the desktop manager also shows you the status of the drive. It says, is the temperature good? Which is great. And you can actually get alerts that lets you know if your hard drive is too hot or if the RAID is operational. Now, what is RAID? You're probably thinking. So RAID actually stands for, and I had to look this up because I didn't know, it stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disks. Now, I don't know what that means, but I do know what redundant means, and redundant means a duplication of something, right? So the reason why RAID is great is that it actually spreads out the data on 2 disks within the one drive. So if something happens, if something fails on your drive, and sometimes it happens, there is a way to recover that data. And so that's why I chose the RAID, because it means that your data is more safe. There's different types of RAID. This LaCie has what is called a RAID 0, and a RAID 0 essentially is the fastest mode. So it's great for small businesses or individuals that need to get work done faster because it spreads out bits and pieces across both disks. But the only problem that I foresee with RAID 0 is that one disk is not a mirror image of the other. So some bits are on one disk and some bits of data is on another disk. They're not exact copies, so if one fails, you're gonna have to pay money to recover that data. It will still be there, but you likely have to go to a recovery center where you have to pay money for them to recover your data. So that's why I always recommend, do not just have one drive that you're editing from. You need to have a backup. I use Dropbox. It's a great way to just keep stuff on the cloud. So once you're done with it on your local drive, you put it on the cloud. So there's different plans available. You can find the one that works for you. It does get pretty pricey on the cloud, but it's better to have that than pay thousands of dollars just to recover data from your drive. If you are what Premium Beat recently called a shredditor, if you shoot, produce, and edit your work, which is a new term. If you're a shredditor, you're a shooter and you're an editor, which is like me. So you're going to have lots of video footage that you need storage for, right? So this is why I chose the LaCie 4 gigabyte. That would not go far. 4 terabytes, because I can keep lots of video footage on me at all times. So if I need to make a trailer, I need to access footage from a shoot that I did months ago, I have 4 terabytes on me, and that's a lot, that's awesome. And if it gets full, I can always dump it off in the cloud. I am going to be setting up a 10% off promo code for you guys. I believe that the company is, hold on, let me look it up here. You have to call in though, this is gonna be old school. You don't actually have to enter in anything online. Yes, it's called Max Digital, MaxXDigital.com, Max Digital. If you call and you just say this is for Premier Gal, or if you just say Premier Gal, you can get 10% off of it. So I hope you guys found this useful, and let me know if you have any questions. Be sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Thanks a lot. See you guys next time. Bye.